What's up, guys? Today we got the new Honda Civic Hybrid, and I'll be reviewing the new Honda Accord Hybrid as well after we're done with this car. So this one right here is the fully loaded sport touring hybrid. So this is the top of the line Honda Civic you can get right now. Obviously not including the SI and the Type R, but this is the highest trim economy Honda Civic, you can say. We got to talk about the exterior styling on this car. First of all, this red color, I don't remember what it's called. I'll put it up on the screen. Looks absolutely great. I'm hoping the sun pops out soon so we get a better look at it. But this thing was facelifted in 2025, and now it kind of looks like a BMW. They added these to the front bumper to make it look even more aggressive, and they did the right thing. Let me unlock it real quick. It's got full LED blinkers. Let me turn the lights on as well. The headlights are super crisp. The camera's not doing a good job catching them because it's the day right now, but they're not cheap LEDs, bro. They're crisp LEDs. It's got front parking sensors, no front camera, so no 360 camera on this thing. But with a car this big, I don't think that's that big of a deal. This car is not huge, but it's not tiny either. Come to the back, the rear styling. You cannot see the exhaust pipe on the back. They're trying to keep this like an EV kind of hybrid look, but there is one hidden right there. So yeah, the rear tail signals and the reverse light isn't LED, but the rest is LED. Let's talk about the rims right here. These are 18-inch wheels. I like the color a lot. You can also get black ones on the sport model, so the one step lower. You got black painted side mirrors. They contrast very well with the red, especially with the grille, the black grille. Side markers as well, and these fins on the side to help with fuel economy. Talking about fuel economy is huge on these hybrids. The Toyota hybrids, the competition is to get the best fuel economy. Let me pop the hood real quick. Under the hood, we got a 2-liter naturally aspirated engine with hybrid assist. There's no more turbos on this thing. And with this configuration, it has 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. So the 0 to 60 on this car is like 6 seconds, which is faster than the SI. So if we compare to the competition, like the Toyota Corolla, the Corolla only has 138 horsepower and does 0 to 60 in like 10 seconds. So you guys are probably thinking that the Corolla probably gets better fuel economy. No, it doesn't. It's like the same, which is way more impressive if you ask me, because you get passing power on the highway, and if you just want to cruise, you get insanely good fuel economy. So what I'm saying, this thing gets Prius fuel economy, it gets Prius Prime 0 to 60 times, and it looks incredible. It looks like, honestly, in all honesty, this thing looks way better than the Corolla, and I think it'll be neck and neck with the Prius. All right, let me just pop the trunk with the key. Boom, opens up like that. There's a good amount of room back here. I'm actually surprised. It's got 60/40 folding seats, like by the pull of this button, then you go to the front and you drop them. You got 60/40. You just gotta pull them down like this, and you got folding seats on both sides. So here I am in the back seat of the Honda Civic. This is my driving position right there, and there's a bunch of headroom, bunch of leg room. Usually hybrids, the rear seats, they're lifted up to support the battery, but this is fine. It's got heated rear seats as well, which is a major plus, man. All right, getting into this car is super easy. Let me just put this in my pocket here. Keyless entry, and voila. All right, since we're inside now, let me turn this car on. Push button start, foot on the brake, press the button. Turns on. Feels super nice inside. We've got a leather wrap steering wheel, got the honeycomb design all across. We got buttons and knobs. We got a nice size screen. The digital gauge cluster looks sick. We got a couple of different drive modes. We're currently in normal. We got Econ for ultimate fuel economy, and then we push it up to sport. This one's like the ultimate speedy mode, so you can gap Honda Civic SIs. And then we got individual, so you can like tune into whatever you want it to be. These Hondas, they got built-in Google Assistant, Google Maps, and Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Having Google Maps built in into the car is super convenient. Having those like traditional navigations that came with those cars, they get outdated in like 2 years. So these, they'll stay updated forever. Moving along, we got wireless charging. We got 2 USB-C ports to charge your phone and Bluetooth connection. We got the traditional style gear selector right here. It is a CVT transmission. Put it in reverse. We got a backup camera. Not the best quality and no 360 camera. But as I said before, with a car with this good visibility, you don't need that 360 that much. Other than that, we got heated front seats. We got a heated steering wheel. Game changer in the snow. One huge thing that I want to mention, nothing feels out of place on this car. Everything it's like it's supposed to be here. We got the Bose sound speakers, we got the sunroof, we got rear view mirror. I don't know why I mentioned every car has that. Front windows are automatic up and down as well. We got blind spot monitoring. It may look like I'm glazing this car because I drive a Honda Civic as well and I'm biased. That's absolutely incorrect. I'm actually like, if I don't like something about this car, I'll point it out. They're not paying me, bro. Why would I, like, you know what I mean? I am genuinely impressed with this car. I haven't even taken it on a drive yet. So I'm gonna take it on a drive and get a full driving impression. And then I'll bring the Honda Accord out, trade this thing for a Honda Accord, and we'll see how that one feels. The car is in EV mode and we're ready to go. Let's take this thing for a drive and let's see how it feels. It does have a CVT transmission, but it mimics gears, which makes CVT driving a bit more fun. So currently I'm cruising in econ mode and I've been going in EV mode, and the engine just turned on because I gave it a bit more gas right there. The transition from EV to gas is super, like, you don't even notice it. It's putting it in normal mode, just giving it some gas. Normal is just what you expect it to be. It's very comfortable and it does the job. But now the real test, we're gonna put it in sport mode, which is the most exhilarating out of all of them. Stop here, we're gonna give it a little bit of gas. All right, man. All right, that doesn't sound bad at all. And the shifts, they're really good. I thought they would be bad, but they're really good. I'm honestly impressed with this car. The fake shifts, they make driving a hybrid so much better than actual hybrids. Like, I drove a Prius before this. I did not like the CVT. It just screams. The engine just screams. With those shifts, it's more dynamic. The driving is more dynamic. Also, fun fact, the little car right there, the lights light up when you hit the brake and when you turn the signals on. That's super cool. After driving this thing, here are my impressions. This thing does not drive like how you expect a hybrid vehicle to drive. Slow, boring, non-exhilarating. This thing is super exhilarating. You get a car that looks like this, absolutely incredible. There is one con with this car. This thing does not come with all-wheel drive. The Corolla Hybrid and the Prius Hybrid both offer all-wheel drive, but this one only comes in front-wheel drive, which is a downside for some people. When there's snow on the ground, it's a bit better today. These cars, they won't do as good as an all-wheel drive car. But hear me out. I've been door dashing in my Honda Civic all winter long this year, and I haven't gotten stuck once. And we've gotten a decent amount of snow. It's Calgary, Alberta. We get the most snow, probably. So if you're looking for all-wheel drive, the Honda Civic does not offer it yet. I hope they bring it soon, but you get better fuel economy and you get the styling there. So now it's time to trade this in for the new Honda Accord Hybrid. We'll compare this to that and see how it feels. All right, it's time for the new Honda Accord Hybrid Touring. This fella right here is the fully loaded one as well, and this thing is not a bigger Honda Civic. Let's appreciate this exterior color real quick. I absolutely love this gray. Hybrid Touring badges on the back, super nice wheels. I love the fastback design. It almost gives me like, what is that, RS7, A7 Audi vibes. We get upgraded to 19-inch wheels. The Honda Civic was 18. The rear portion is way longer on this car with that fastback design. I've mentioned this like 4 times already. The front end is super aggressive. I get it, some people don't like this over the previous generation, but if you see one of these in person and like actually appreciate it and not just walk by it, it's not that bad. We got front parking sensors. Again, no front camera, so no 360 monitoring on this car as well. This car is quite a bit larger, so I thought it would have 360, but I guess it doesn't. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. We got functioning vents that actually come out right there. These are real, they're not fake. Again, we got a very similar engine and a hybrid battery system right here. We got 204 horsepower, which is 4 more than the Honda Civic. We got the same hybrid battery system, and it does get around the same fuel economy as the Honda Civic. Honestly, I'm not no Honda engineer, but what if it got the 1.5 turbo with the hybrid assist, pushing it to like, what's that, 250 horsepower? That would have been quite nice as well. But we just get this. It gets the same eCVT, runs and drive pretty similar to the Honda Civic, but just a lot more smoother. Talking about headlights, these are super crisp as well. You can see them better right now. I've been mentioning this, and you guys, like, I hope you guys understand what I mean. Like, the lights, they're not done cheap. If you look at the Corollas, not the top models, but the base models, they're just cheap LED bulbs in like the normal headlights. These are not like that. The turn signals are full LED on the front, and coming to the back, we got full LED signals as well, which the Honda Civic does not get. Talking about trunk space, which is probably the biggest thing to consider between these two cars, quite a bit more room. It's got the same 60-40 split seats. All right, coming into the back seat, there's a lot more room than the Honda Civic. About the same headroom, but a lot more leg room. This is my driving position again. Again, we get heated seats back here. You get vents in the back and USB-C charging ports. Moving in, we got keyless entry as well. Interior, it does kind of look like the Civic, but just a whole lot wider. The gauge cluster is pretty similar. We got a bigger screen than the Honda Civic. One feature the Honda Civic does not have is its full EV driving mode. Press this button right here. We can go full EV. Other than that, we got the same drive mode options. We got Econ, Normal, Sport, and Individual. No honeycomb design on this thing. It's got more of a zigzag pattern. And we got heated front seats and ventilated front seats. I really like the style of these knobs, especially the lights in the back. Obviously, we got the Google Maps, and we got the little side screen right here to show your compass or like audio, whatever, all that stuff as well. Other than that, it's very much like the Honda Civic in here. The steering wheel is identical. Heated steering wheel on the bottom right there. Steering wheel controls are just like the Honda Civic. We got volume up and down, music forward, back. And then we got cruise control on this side. It's full adaptive cruise control, just like on the Honda Civic. I didn't mention that. We got wireless charging. It's got a rubber mat to hold your phone in place. One thing I forgot to mention on the Honda Civic as well, this thing is super crisp. Like, look how smooth that is. This is like Audi BMW level. Not gonna lie, this knob sticking out here kind of looks funky. 884 kilometers of range, and I've been sitting in a parking lot with the car on. See that 30.5 liters per 100 kilometers is far from accurate because I've been sitting, obviously. Again, Bose audio system, which is an incredible audio system. Sunroof as well. There's definitely more headroom in the front than the back, maybe because of the fastback design. See, this thing is not just a larger Honda Civic. It's more of a luxury car. It's more of a relaxed daily driver. The Honda Civic is way more exhilarating, way more fun. This thing is like, you know what a businessman would drive to a business meeting? This is exactly that. All right, enough yapping. Let's take this thing for a drive and let's see how it compares to the Honda Civic. Let's put this thing in drive and let's take it for a spin. All right, let's start off in Econ mode again, which gets the best fuel economy for these cars. This car is a lot more refined and a lot more relaxing than the Honda Civic. Again, the transition from EV to gas is super smooth. You can't even notice it. The heads-up display is also able to read street signs. It tells me to yield. It tells me the speed of the road as well. Let's switch it up to normal mode now. Again, the fake CVT shifts make it driving a bit more fun than just a regular CVT. This thing does have lane keep assist. It does get a bit finicky because of the snow, but it's not a huge deal. Like, it's not like forcing you into the curb or anything. Listen to this. Absolutely no squeaks. I'm currently in sport mode right now. It stiffens up the steering wheel quite a bit, and the acceleration does get more responsive in this car. We're getting onto the highway now, and we're gonna leave it in sport mode just to get on and see how it feels. Giving it a little bit of gas here. This is not even all the way. Oh yeah, it does it seamlessly. Like, I'm cruising on the highway now. The lane keep assist is doing its job. If I try to go a bit this way, it'll push me back into my lane. The moment I take my foot off the gas, even if I'm going like 80, it goes into EV mode instantly. This feature right here, hit that, and the brake will hold. I can take my foot off the brake. This thing is a whole lot different than the Honda Civic. The Honda Civic was more hands-on, more exhilarating, more like sporty driving. This one's like relaxed. Another huge thing with both of these cars, the visibility is very good. Like, there's no bad blind spots. Like, the B pillar right here isn't huge. The cruise control, I'm actually still in cruise control right now. It's following that truck in front of me. And like, it comes to a full stop. Changing lanes here, it's gonna detect that the truck's not in front of you now, and it's gonna start following that Nissan Rogue way ahead. Watch it slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. And it comes to a full stop on its own. I did absolutely nothing. All right, so I've driven both the Honda Civic and the Honda Accord now, and here are my thoughts. So if you're cross-shopping this and the Honda Civic I reviewed a bit earlier, they're two very different cars. If you think this is just a Honda Civic with more room, you're kind of wrong. This thing's a lot more refined, I would say more luxurious, more casual to drive. Where the Honda Civic, it's more of like, yeah, let's go driving, let's have some fun. All right, with the sun out now, you can see how nice this paint is. So what I want to say, if you want a more fun car that's a bit more exhilarating to drive than the Accord, the Honda Civic is your option. It gets better fuel economy as well, just by a smidge actually. This thing is like neck and neck. But if you want a luxury car with the reliability of Honda, this is your car right here. Especially if you're looking for more backseat room and more trunk room, this is your car. Honda Civic, still plenty of room for kids. So if you're a family looking, both of these cars are great for you. Special thanks to South Point Honda for letting me review both of these cars. It was a blast today and I can't wait to do more. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit me up, send me a DM on Instagram if you're looking for a car at this Honda dealership. I'll send you to the right guy. Thanks again.